One of everybody's favourite family dishes is spare ribs. Look how beautiful these spare ribs are. We picked them up at the supermarket and we made sure it had a little bit of marbling inside because you want to have a little bit of fat. That really makes it soft, tender and delicious. So I've got these beautiful spare ribs. I'm just going to place them on the side. We're going to braise them up in a wonderful sauce. Just as a little side tip, if you want to, you could use the same marinade, overnight it, and then you can throw them on the barbecue. But we're going to be making these in the oven and they are an absolutely delightful recipe. It's good to serve on Friday night or any night during the week. We're going to start off with some brown sugar. We've actually got some light brown sugar here. You can use light or dark brown sugar. Just going to scoop it out. Then we've got some soy sauce. Give a bit of that Asian fusion cooking thing going. So I'm going to just shake some out. I'm using a tablespoon measure. Okay. Now I'm going to add in Worcestershire sauce. Now this is made with an OU, Kosher. You have to make sure it doesn't say OU fish because you cannot use a Worcestershire sauce that has OU fish when you're cooking it with meat. So you have to make sure. Heinz makes a great brand, very tasty sauce that just says OU and not OU fish. So again, also a tablespoon of this because sometimes Worcestershire sauce is made with anchovies. So we have to make sure it has less than a 60th of the amount in there, and that makes it just OU. So we've got our Worcestershire sauce. Now we're going to add in some garlic. I'm going to crush 2 cloves. Got this fabulous garlic crusher. Just going to crush 1 clove into my little jar here, and then I'm going to add in my other one. There's so many different kinds of crushers out there, but I really like this one. And then you flip it back over afterwards and it kind of cleans it out. Scrape it out. We want to get as much garlic in there as possible because we love garlic. A little bit spilt, we'll just grab that because I want to make sure everything goes in. So we've got our garlic. I'm just going to give that a bit of a mix. Start blending all the flavours together. It smells great. Garlic really adds so much to your cooking. Okay. Now I'm going to add in about a half a cup of water. And now we're going to add in our ketchup. This is about 3 cups of ketchup. So we're going to add all that in. Give it a really good mix. Make sure it's well incorporated. We want this to marinate overnight, more or less, not so much as, I mean, we do really want our meat to get full of flavours, but we want these flavours to incorporate into each other as well. That gives it all the rich flavours that we've got going, a chance to really work together. Okay, so I'm going to take my gorgeous looking spare ribs. I'm going to place them in a Pyrex dish. One of my favourite ways to cook is to place meat in Pyrex dishes or chicken. I'm going to just put in as many as we can. This piece is just a little bone, so we can leave that on the side. Now we're going to smother it in lovely onions. We love to put onions on top. And this will also help all the flavours come together. Whoops, we lost some onions over there. Make sure we've just the circles of onions, no fancy cuts. Just sliced circles of onions. Fabulous. Okay, looks good already, right? Now, the marinade, we're going to just pour that all over. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, make sure it's really well smothered. And we're going to cover it with foil. I'm going to plop it into our fridge. Make sure it's really well wrapped. I'm just going to put it in the fridge. I've actually prepared another one which marinated overnight, and it looks exactly the same. Lots of onions on top, lots of marinade going. I'm going to pop this one back in the fridge so we can let that marinate. Put this in the fridge. I'm going to cover this one up. I'm going to place this in the oven to cook at about 350 degrees for 1.5 hours. So let's put this in our oven. And as we have one waiting. I'm going to close my oven door for safety. Now revealed, we have our spare ribs that have been cooking for 1.5 hours. Carefully undoing the foil, and let's see. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Look at that. All the marinades, everything has come together. It's braised off the bone. It's delicious and ready to eat. So now we're just going to have to plate it up and then have to eat it because it's delicious right out of the oven. It's also a great marinade if you want to make it in advance and freeze it as well. Okay, so now it's very braised off the bone. Some of it will fall off the bone, but that's wonderful. Delicious. All the onions, all the sauce, and we'll pour the sauce on afterwards as well. Taking everything with me. Bones and meat. This is a family meal that everybody can enjoy together. And as I said, this also could be marinated and thrown on a barbecue as well. Lots of meat. Looks fabulous. I want to make sure I get, once all my meat and my bones are out, I just want to pour my leftover sauce over the top. So now we have a beautiful dish. It's really a family. Just kind of clean up your sides, make it look pretty for the family, and something that we can all really dig into. Braised spare ribs.